Hello everyone, live, and today I am going to be giving you, explaining to you the concepts of live2d in maybe 1 to 2 hours a time, because this is going to be like a guided tutorial because I'm going to give you the ability to practice on a model, my model, a model that I had drawn. But do note that I will not let you use it for portfolio use, commercial use, and if in the end you have properly rigged it, you can't use it as a VTuber model after you have rigged it. Okay, that is my drawing that I did for my practice alone. This model is for your practice. Okay. First of all, when you start our live 2D, it opens to this. Right. For me, right now, I am using the Pro version. Although the free version is pretty good, I will suggest you to use the free version for now because it'll help you get to know the basics. But before that, we gotta fix our workstation. Normally, when I do my things, I change my deformer tab. This right. I bring it up top, hold the tab like that. Dock back rectangle, right? This rectangle, right? I want you to put it this orange thing. Put it on part, and then go to window. I want you to disable your project right here, okay? So that this tab right here will only contain parts and the deformer. Bring the deformer tab out of it, so that will go as deformer. Then your part. I want you to put your log, this log right here, next inside your parameter, right here. Afterwards, this is the final one. I want you to grab both of this and put it besides here. Do this when it lights up with a orange tint. Transfer it to there so that everything will be centered. Parameters tab, vector tab, tool details, parts and deformers tab. I normally use my own deformers for this. So yeah, this is what I normally see when I'm working on. For now, what I want you to do is go to File, scroll down, you will see the many things, right? But what we're going to do is just open the PSD file for this model. Open, name as PSD boy. I just I I mess with it. But it's called Avena. Open it. Creating the model data for now, and it is loading the model in. This is your model. This is your model. Startup model, my model that I had done. It's a very simple model, but it'll get things done. Things done for you to learn how to use that. All we gotta this model. This is the canvas back thing. You can actually change the color of your canvas. You see right below here, this thing right here. Normally it's set as invisible. This one, but I have a very problematic eye that is very sensitive to color white. So I normally just black or in light gray. I prefer light gray for this work because it's very contrasting to the background, and I can see if there are void spots. But normally, when you try to do your own model, think to yourself, what are the canvas sizes? You might say, what are the standard canvas? There is 1,000 by 1,000, 2,000 by 2,000, 4,000 by 4,000, and 8,000 by 8,000. Any more than that, I would suggest you to don't never go more than 8,000 by 8,000. 4,000 and 4,000 is the standard, is like the normal size range for like quality models. But for this model, I created on, how should I say, 4,000 by 2,000, which is the size for A4 with 300 DPI. Because normally, uh, by the way, big tip, the size of your canvas can affect the RAM eaten by your model. If it's 1000 by 1000, it's 100 to 500 megabytes of RAM, or 2000 by 2000, it's 1 gigabyte to 2 gigabytes of RAM eaten. For 4000 by 4000, it's 2 gigabytes up to 5 gigabytes. For 8000 by 8000 and more than that, it's more than 4. Absolutely more than 4. Afterwards that, what we're going to do, this is your, those are the canvas sizes, normal canvas sizes. I suggest you, when you're trying to create your art, use it on, you should have your canvas size set to 4000 by 200. That's enough for like a full body model with a quality, semi quality. Okay. This is your model that I had given to you for practice only. Okay. This is a model that I did like for Christmas time and rigged and like and like for my beginning of my live2d journey. Basically, what you're going to do with your model first is you're going to create an art mesh. Gotta select everything. Oh, by the way, I'm going to this two. They are the example heads that I had this model. I will keep them, and for your practice, you can just both of this for like experimented with yourself. Basically, this is like extra skill. This is the nose for this model. Drag it, drag it, right. Click on it, drag it. Nose, right. Okay. First and foremost, I'm going to suggest you Control A, which is select all. That is command for selecting everything. Control A. But do take note that if it's for example your, how should I call this? Your part is invisible. Uh, example, your part is invisible and you Control A, it won't select that part because it cannot select invisible part. Gotta make everything visible first. Control A. That's when everything is now selected. We're going to create an auto mesh first, right? See up top is like tools. I will explain to you the tools. This right here, this thing right here, is texture. In games like you would have like your texture file. This is one of those. For your model and things, this is the texture file. The next would be the edit mesh. You will edit the mesh manually. This is for manual use. The shortcut for this is Control E, which is very useful. Like if you don't want, click, press on it, so it's better to just click Control E so that you can enter the editing mode for that art mesh. This is an auto mesh generator. I want you to click on this. There are 3 different presets: standard, deformation, and deformation heavy. What I want you to use is standard, just standard. Good. Wait for a while. Do that, and we'll come to see that the model has now like the dots and things. That's called the vertices or the art mesh, and it is used to. It's like a transform tool in Photoshop. You move one spot here, it'll transform everything in those. The basis for this program is triangle, so it's better to use triangle. Let's see. But do take note that there's a glitch right now with 4.0.07 with live2d, that when you use like auto mesh, right? It will say like your mesh has been opened. And when that happens, I want you to press Control Z, right? And I want you to select another option, be like heavy or little. But since my model has no problems with the glitch right there, we can just ignore that for now. Model here. Normally for that thing here, you change the automesh generator. I use the automesh generator so that I don't have to manually edit a lot of the things here. Normally for people, they would edit the mesh for some parts like the hands if they wanted to move, the especially the eyes, the lower eyelash, the nose, the eyebrows, hair, hands. Actually, it depends on your preference and how it will depend on how much that thing would move. Because the more mesh it will have, the more cohesive, the more smooth it is like handling it. Now, what I want you to do now, we're going to fix the draw order. So like when you click on things, right? You will see here the draw order right or right here, this bar right here, right? The draw order. Basically, what we're going to do is change the draw order for this character so that so properly or like so that it is handled properly by the program so that consistency. Here, for example, it will go over my skirt, and I don't want that to happen. So I will have to lower it by 10. By the way, this a button here so that it's a fixed thing. Go to the other one. 10. You will see that my arms are also showing. Click on it. And minus on this. 10. Basically, what we're going to do right now is change the draw order for a lot of those for a lot of the things that will have no inconsistency. Sweater. The next part would be changing draw order of hair because I didn't want my overlap my skirt and the nose. I wouldn't want to go under my mouth. Change its draw order instead of minus. Going to go up above. You're going above above 1, above 10. For me, above 10 is much easier than 5. And divisible by 10. As far as that, going to have to look at eyes and going to see if your eyelash is higher than everything. Oh no, higher. It's lower than my lower eyelash and lower than my highlights. Draw order of my higher eyelash, so higher one. Oh, oh no, but my hair also. So we have the this should be good. 100. Bangs. Good. Side hair. Good. 100. Basically looking good. Overlapping my bottom eyelash higher than it should be lower than my top eyelash, but it should be higher than my highlight. What I'm going to do, gonna add, instead of having 10, we're gonna add 5. Right? Now it's higher than my highlight, but it's lower than my top eyelash. So this model is now properly draw ordered. There's tapping. Okay. Now we can mess with the model. Thing. We will not do that at first, because what we're going to do right now is we're going to create deformers. Okay. Well, I'm going to be explaining to you the concept of deformer hierarchy. Basically, I want you to control A, select everything, and I want you to go here, and I want you to hold control and click. So click, click, because basically we're going to unselect those expressions. It's going to be on a different deformer hierarchy. Different. Going to create a deformer for all of these things. All right here. Stop here. This is the create warp deformer tool. Click on it, and we're going to create a warp deformer, right? So, but first, before we do that, I'm going to explain to you the instructions. You will see these groups, right? These are actually the folders that you have made on your PSD file. One for the hairs, clothes, sweater, shirt, body, head, eye things, and mouth things, right? But for this model, it's going to be the root, because it, is the root part of everything. This is the root model. I want you to change the name to breathe, because this will be the parameter used for the breathing. It will be the deformer used for the breathing parameter. This parameter right here. Use that for now. What we're going to do next is basically we're going to group the things underneath breathing to their proper group. So I'm going to explain to you some tools to hold. There are two types of selecting methods. So click, which individually selects things, or you can use shift, hold shift, click up to 30. It will have a starting point, and it'll select everything up to the thing that you have pressed to. But for now, I want you to select the parts for the hair, which would be the bang around his hair. Oh, and now the one for back, your further back hair. What I'm going to what I'm going to do for the next 2 minutes is I'm going to create a deformer for each group that I have selected. One for the hair. Don't change it. You can change the destination part to root part, but I won't change it because hold it up. Hair. Body next. Front neck bump. What I'm going to use is shift click. I'm going to hold control click so that I pump and third pump. Supposedly body. Drag it. Oh, I want you to armor for that. Body. Body. You've done your head. Going to do is create the armor for my right eye. So the right highlight, right, right eyelash, right top eyelash, right pupil, and right white sclera. Right eye. And same for the other side. Right. And left eye. Going to do next the mouth. Use the vulgar words because come on. I made this. No one was looking. I didn't think that I would model. Next we would do blush for model. The head. The base head should be on its own, just itself, on its own deformer. Next part would be the neck. Same as the head. Oh, and for this right here, yeah, you will create the deformers individually. Nose, right eyebrow, left eyebrow. What I'm going to do next is what will be the deformer hierarchy. Okay. Basically, we're going to set four major parts: the head itself, the body, done, already done too, and the lastly face thing, everything underneath. So that would be nose. Control click your nose here. Click on your nose. Then your blush. Click. Control click your mouth. Control click your eyebrow. Right eyebrow. Left eye. Right eye. Nose. And I want you to create the deformer for the face thing. Hey. What I did there is basically separated it into four different things. The neck, by the way, should be in the body. There we go. So, magic. What I'm going to be is how to do your eye. Okay. Model. It. I want you to hide the hair first. So how you can do that easily is going to Farmer and go to your parts tab. Because we heard it. Find the folder for the hair. Close it. Hide it. Go back to your deformer tab. Now, what we are going to do is I'm going to teach you how to rig the eyes. Right? No, how should I open my arrows here? There. Going to basically, before we go to rigging the eyes, I'm going to teach you about clipping. Because clipping can save like a lot of things. Basically, when doing the eyes, the things that you would only need to clip are your highlights, your pupils, and if you have your iris, your eyeshadow, and things like that. But because my model has eyeshadow on my model, it's on white part of my eye already. I wouldn't have to do that. So the only things that I need to clip onto my eye would be my pupils and my highlights. So to put them in a clipping, like your white chip, I want to copy your ID. Copy it. This is the ID. This is an inspector, right? Okay. Copy. Copied it, right? Sure. Go to your pupil, your iris, your highlights, and go to their clipping ID that you pasted. normally there would be a window that would pop up. Just click don't ask again and okay. And it should be good to go. Because it reminds you that you have flipping flipping mechanics. Paste what you did there. You have clipped them to your eyes. So when I move my eye, only reveal. Guys, back. Going to do next with this eye. I'm going to save other eye. Copy the ID of this right eye. Copy it. Paste it on the light. Go. Ooh. Going to do now. I'm going to teach you how to rig the eyes in less than. I'm gonna time it. I'm going to do very quick, as much as I can. I'll teach you. This is the art mesh. This is the art mesh. With if it has the triangle, that's the art mesh. If it has the box, that's the deformer. So the art mesh, deformer. Go to the top eyelash, right? And I want you to go to edit mode. Edit it. So E. So E. What I'm going to do is you see, right? Auto generated art mesh. Erase it. You'll use. By the way, if you want to change the sizes of your your brushes, your erasers, you hold B, the B button, B as in boy, the B button. Click, drag, drag, click, drag. It will just change the size of the brush. Now, what I want you to do is you're going to make a manual edit to this one. It as detailed as you can. Normally, the eyes, because they are, how should I say? Normally, what are going to be seen, we need quality as close as we can. Not too close. Problems enough so that not too big. Not when you can zoom in. Okay, we have created the first layer. It is just right before this before it goes into the. That's when we can create the outer wall for it. Goes around this object. Normally, when I do this, I do the border first for the object, then I do parts for it. This one, preference. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. What should you do? Right. Is this good enough, then? Because for me, it is enough. Served enough. But for the thing here, because the distance here is so big, I want to create like dot. By the way, when you will see this, right? Like it will create a line, right? To avoid it, just press escape. Click on it. Escape. Yes. So that it'll unselect. Escape. 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 Oh. Okay. Expert. Ooh. Now I want you to auto connect it. Basically, the auto connect would connect the. You see this blue line? That's the auto generated auto connected lines that would automatic. Now I want you to auto connect. Done. you've done the art mesh for your eyes. Ooh, magic. I guess I can hold on. Because here's the thing, I was planning to teach how. I'm going to teach you how to copy this art mesh to this eyelash right here. But for free version, you can't do that. So, but for the free version, I'm going to teach another method of copying the eye, everything in the eye, so that you don't have to do it again. It'll save you like fucking 2 hours of 1 hour of work. So. But for now, if you want to copy the art mesh for this, press Control C. Click, copy the art mesh. Art mesh, copy. Go to the other one, right? I want you to enter edit mode. Erase everything first. Paste that, Control V. Paste, right? That's the art mesh. And what I want you to do now is right click to add this and reflect horizontally. Now, there are two things that I tell you about. If you want to move your things diagonally, like very straight up, very straight down, I would suggest you to use shift. Press shift while moving it. So press shift and move it to the part right here. Snugly as it can. It's like a bear. It's going to sleep. It's gonna snug there. It's not. Okay, that's how you can copy the art mesh. But since I'm going to teach you something, this is going to be useful for the eye, other parts. But I'm going to teach you how to copy the eye itself, that you don't have to eye right open twice. Okay, now I want you to go back to your left eye. Collapses. I want you to create deform. Okay. I'm going to move on to teach you how what are the this is the warp deformer, what I have already taught you. This is the rotation deformer. It's like a deformer, like an rotation thing. It'll spin a thing on its axis. And this is the continuous creation, which is another thing. I will not teach that thing because doing it. The next would be arrow tool, lasso tool, and brush select. These are very explainable. By the way, for the brush tool, as I had said, press B, click, boom, 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 grab, click, hold B. Now you change the brush size from this thing right here, this line with a circle. This is called the deform path tool, the art deform. And what I want you to do is plot out like, hold on, I'm going to teach you the basic concept. Basically, it's like, let me tell you this. It's like a node of network. So instruct the vertices around the form. So normally for eyebrows, form for it would use 3. For the eyes, I would normally use 5, but because this is just a very curvy one, 4 instead. It will depend on you when you want. Yes, it can. And wait. Before, don't leave it yet. I want you to go to your inspector tab, right? And I want you to change your deform path width. I want you to so that the blue thing overlaps, covers all the things. And it's not. Ooh, enough. Done your eyebrows now. Ooh, you're an expert. Roll up. What will be? What? I'm going to explain. Parameter tab. Okay. This is the parameter tab, right? It'll come with a lot of things. The angle Z. This okay, I'm gonna explain to you each and every one. Angle Z, angle X is for looking left and right for your head. Angle Y is looking up and down for your head. Angle Z tilt of your head, like it's tilting your head, tilting. So eye open, one is open, zero is closed. One is open, zero is closed. For eye smile, one is smiling, zero is not. But normally I don't use this because I can just do that. I can just have some things for it. Eye right open, the right eye. One is open, zero is closed. One is open, zero is closed. The eyeball X. This is for the pupils. It goes, you know, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. The Y, the positive goes up, negatives go down. Brow LY. The left Y. The left one. The left one would be this one, and it goes negative goes down, up. For the angle, I'm going to actually teach you for this one, which is shown in there's a live2d models out there, which is called the epsilon model. That's where I learned my brow L angle. I'm going to teach you this thing, brow right angle too. For the form, it's basically the surprised expression and scrunching up your eyebrows. Mouth form would be like 0 is normal, 1 is happy, negative is sad. Happy. Mouth open, 0 is closed, 1 is open, 0 is closed, 1 is open, 0 is closed, 1 is open. For the cheeks, 0 is 0% transparency, 1 is 100%. Body X and Y. Sorry, hair move front, side, and back are the deformers, the parameters for the hair, the hair physics. But here's the thing: I'm going to explain more on hair physics. Okay? I want you to. I'm going to explain the terminologies of the tools up top here. This thing would be the point key form for goes doing it normally mouth and eye open, the open things. 3-point deformers are looking up, down, left, right, the forms of the mouth, things like that. This is the delete all key. Normally I don't use this because I normally use this if I messed up with parameters. Very useful. Edit where you can add more forms to your model. I wouldn't suggest you learning that. Next would show only parameter selected for basically preference, as in clutter clutter your view. The next, this is what I call the hamburger menu. Hamburger. There are important whatever you do, don't lock it because it will you can your value is locked, right? And I want you never lock that because why would you? Okay. Gonna go back now. We gotta set to default value because I've messed with a lot. I might have I did not. Basically, want to reset to default values. Default value. That's where you access your reset to default value. Get it right? Now we can move on with how I normally do. You see down below is new parameter, create folder, and delete what I want you to do. 5 folders, right? Because this is my process. Basically, folder 1. Eyebrows. You double click it so that you can browse. Mouth. 5 head turn. Remember the thing that I have told you about messing with the former? Control click, click on your eye left open up until you hold your shift and shift click to eyeball Y. You want to put it under for the eyebrows. Just get everything brow name on. That it will decide if you can icon like downloading or air physics would be and then X. And actually, change the color for it. Normally I color it. Identify. And I can I'm going to teach you how to basically mess with things. I want you to open your eyes folder, right? Eye parameter folder. And I want you to go to your eye left open. A 2 key form. I told you this. 1 is open, 0 is closed. Right? 0 is closed. It's 0 right now. And now we can mess it. But oh no. Stay right there. The thing. Basically what parameters do is normally like 2 keyframes, right? And the program is computing the mathematical things behind it so that it will fill in the blanks. I did not I just move it point, right? And do much work, right? But the program filled it in for me. You can see, right? You gotta change the eye left and like actually it's up to your preference, okay? This is on your own. And now properly, just your top eyelash, opening it, closing, open it, close, open, close, open. Okay, that's done. Going to move with your bottom eyelash, bottom eyelash, and same with what we did with the top eyelash. We want to go to Control Edit, Control E, erase everything. All for it. Right, escape. Boom. And now I want you to auto connect it. And boom, you're done. Now we gotta go back to our deform path. Click, click, click. Now we can use a size for it. Okay, now I'm going to go fast because I have explained to you the things that you need to do. You just gotta follow up now. I'm going to go fast, real fucking fast. I'm going to rig this ice in like 5 minutes. Okay. Close your eyes. I want you to create a 2-point keyform for this one, right? 2-point keyform. Go back to your cursor tool. Put it right. The lower eyelash. I won't mind for the fucking quality because I'm only here to teach you. I don't, quality. The more you spend time on this, the more quality it will be. But for this one, it will only be like our session. So I'm going to teach you as fast as I can, as many things at a time. Because we have clipped the eye pupils, we don't have to worry about it, going over the eye. Going to clip it. 2-point keyform. Close it. You see this red box, right? Corners will change the size of it. Ooh. This things right here will just squish it, right? And And if you were to hover more, you would see this thing. You can rotate it. That's it. Gonna squish it down, squish it down, squish it down, squish it down. Oh no, your eyes are. So if you want your eyes to bend right, you're going to use the deform path, top 3 parts to change the size of it to fit it as. Go back to cursor tool here. More. Oh, when I open my eyes, suppose. Oh, that's your eyes now. You've done. You're done with your eyes. Now, what we're going to do now is I want you to select everything here. Shift Control, Shift click, Control C, Control V, paste it. Now that you have copied it, we're going to create the deformer for it, which would be named the right eye. Okay, great. Click on the deformer for it. Right click. You will see settings here, right? I want you to click reflect, and we're going to see this reflect settings. I want you to reflect it horizontally. Okay, and done. You've done your other eye, right? So you bring this up. Going to drag, click on it, drag it up, right? So there are 2 right eyes, and I want you to delete this one, these one, because you have done your right eye. So you've done your both of your eyes. Magic. Woo! Okay. I have actually learned this because I wanted to spend less time on doing the eyes, so I had developed this method. Good luck. You will spend less time on the eyes. Next would be, afterwards you have done your eyes, close. We're going to have the, I want this right eye to correspond to the right eye open, right? We're going to change it to this one, right? I want you to select everything. Click on this, right? You're going to mess around with it, and you're going to see this drop down menu, and there are many things. We'll select everything that the parameter is linked to, so it is linked to this other eye also. So I want, we don't want that. We just want to select everything here, because we want this to be the right eye. I want you to click on it. Reflect will do the, will flip the how should I say this, parameters. So 1 is open. There we go. But we don't want that to reflect it again. Boom, 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 boom. It'll basically just flip the to the other way around. Okay. The next would be adjust. What we're going to use next is change. Click change, because we want it to be eye right open. Click on eye right open. Okay. Oh, no, it's open. Boom. Because we have copied basically one, and done. We're done with our eye left open and eye right open. What we're going to do next is we're going to map the eyeball X and eyeball Y. Okay. Control click pupil, highlight, pupil, highlight. Click on eyeball X. What we're going to use now is 3 keyforms. Keyforms, right? Left goes left, goes right. Okay, done. Go back to the middle. There are 2 things that you can use. If you left click, hold your left click, it will drag it. But oh no, I can't clip it to this thing right here, right? You want it to go back to the middle. Use right click. It'll click to that keyform that you're. What I next, right? You have selected your pupils, highlight and highlight, right? We're going to do the eyeball Y. 3 keyform. Positive goes up, negative goes down. Positive goes up, negative goes down. Positive goes up, negative goes down. Done. What we're going to use next is the synthesize corner, which would be Control 4, okay? Or you click the Hamburger menu, and you can see it's synthesize corners. Click on this, and okay, and done. You would see, right, this name here, and right besides it is the linking mechanic, so that you can link both of them. Ooh, you've done your eye. You're done. That's the eyes now. Nice. Done with your eyes. The next, we're going to be doing your eyebrows. For the eyebrows, I'm just going to do the many things. Your left eyebrow and right eyebrow. For your right eyebrow, I want you to open this, and I want you to create another deformer for this art mesh called right eyebrow angle, because this is where we be linking your eyebrow angle. Left eyebrow angle. Okay, this is for the form. The art mesh for this will be for the form. The angle will be used for the angle, obviously. The left eyebrow will be used for the X and Y. Okay. Now, what are we doing? Now is we're going to do the things for it. I want you to drag down this form. It should be so here. The angle brow LX should be on top of brow LY. Brow RX should be on top of brow RY. Preference reasons. They're like things. Okay. Control click your left eyebrow, and right eyebrow here, the biggest one, the topmost ones. And we're going to do is create 3 keyforms. Left goes left, right, right. Go back to the middle, right click, do the oh no, it's the opposite. I was doing it on angle Y. Okay. 3 keyforms, right? See what I did? I just Control Z. 3 keyforms. Left goes left, goes right. Hold Shift so that you can fix it on along a straight line. Goes left, left, right, right. Left goes left. Go back to the middle. Right click. Go to brow Y. 3 keyforms. 1 goes up. -1 goes down. I want you to press Control 4. We're going to synthesize corners for it, or access the Hamburger Menu. Okay. Get eyebrows. But for the right eyebrow, we want to transfer it, right? Unlink it. Move this, right? Over the middle. Change. You see this, right? Brow LX should correspond to brow RX. Brow RX. Here we go. This one. Okay. Brow L. Same with the brow. Right. And now we both. Ooh. Ooh. By the way, for the left one, go back to your left one, right? And this is where the reflect function would be useful. I want you to go down, and I want you to reflect it, because it should be mirrored. Left does not go left, it goes right. Right goes left, right goes left. Reset to default values, link them together, and done. You're done with your eyebrow X and Y. Now, next would be the right eyebrow angle. Right eyebrow angle, left eyebrow angle. Okay, we're gonna do the right one first. Right one. 3 keyforms. The -1 makes the angry one, the angle. The one goes to the questioning one. Okay, with the other one, brow L angle. Keyforms. Negative goes down, so that we can have, oops, box. There we go. It. And done. You don't have to link this both, because it's better to link this way. Okay. Down goes down, up goes up, down goes down, up goes up. Good. Right click, right click. We're going to do the form now. Remember what I said with your deformer, right? Create 3, 1, 2, 3. Diminish the size so that the blue thing are back to this. Brow L form, brow R form, because this is the right one. 3 keyforms. The negative makes the sad one, like the angry one. Shut eye. The pot 1 makes the surprised eyebrows. Now go to your other one, brow L form, 3 keyforms. positive goes up. Oops, I forgot my deform path. Fit is as snugly as we can. Here we go up. Right. Everything so that we can move it. There we go. There. Get out shit. Too much. There. It's better. So there it is. Right. Right. Positive is the surprise expression. Go back. Should be done. It's your eyes and your eyebrows. We're going to save the documents first. Oh, we're going to create another practice. Open it. Save it here. Save it in your file. Wherever you want it. Close it. Okay, that's the eyebrows. So what we did with the eyebrows is we created two deformers, one for the angle, one for the X, and the eyebrow itself is going to be used for the form. Okay? That's what we'll be going to do next is the mouth. Pause the recording. Is it recording again? Hello, hello? Hello everybody, my name is Aris. I came back from a rest because my voice was cracking and he heard trying to talk. So let's get back to the video. Now that we have done your eyebrows, your eyes, we're going to next with the mouth. The mouth is like the eyes, but this time it will have different forms. So right now we're gonna close the eyebrows. We gotta axis top, bottom, and inside. The best recommendation that I can give you for the mouth tutorial would be Kira Omori, because she did her mouth mouth settings and params very well. But for this tutorial, I am just going to do the basic open mouth, sad, close, and open. Because it will take a long time to. Later on, I'm gonna make an advanced version of like some of my. If you want to, comment it below. What part of the body would you want advanced technique so that I can. For now, we're going to go to your top. Going to edit it. Control E, Control Edit, erase everything. We're going to personally edit the. Gonna do lips as detailed as you can. By the way, I am moving. That we have steps, we're going to do the end of it. Okay? You don't have to do it as detailed as your. Just the shape. Gotta do some. Oh, auto connect. So connects everything. Check. And mouth. We'll move on next to the bottom lip. Control E. Erase everything. Edit it. Detail. Yes, you can. Or close that. Done. mouth done. Remember what we did with your eyes? We're gonna create the form path for it because the mouth will have like a lot of forms. But for this mouth, I'm gonna do the but for this one, instead of doing the basic 3 for it, I'm gonna do 5. Circle. Open your mouth. We're going to use the mouth open. Mouth open. 2-point keyforms. We're going to deform our mouth. 0 is closed, 1 is open. 0 is closed, 1 is open. Because if you did it the opposite way, when you in the face tracking app, when you close your mouth would be open and open your mouth. And to avoid that thing, you use your recently did it the opposite way. Now, I'm going to change the mouth, how it looks like when it's open. So, go to bottom left, create a 2-point keyform for that too. Down, right? Don't forget. Okay, and snugly fit. Drop it down. Drop that B. Open. Open. Mouth done. Like the open and things. On with your mouth. I want you to select your top and bottom. Control click top, control click bottom left, top 2. 3 keyforms form. As negative 1 is sad. Positive 1 is happy. We will link them both so that, and then thing here. We'll open mouth. This should be the smiling mouth. Gotta make it look like it's smiling. Lift it up. We'll extend it. Here's the thing. By the way, trying to do the complex mouth forms, I will always suggest you to always do the major forms, so that when adding the keyforms, it will save you like a lot of time, and you don't have problems with that later on. Bottom left, we got save it. You gotta save it occasionally, that we will progress. Open. Happy mouth. Neutral mouth. Mouth happy. Open mouth. Now we will do the sad mouth. Other side. Top. Range the deform path. Possibly. Add. Happy. Add. Done. And make the sad open mouth. Gotta make it. Gonna make it. Bottom left. Done with your basic mouth. Have your basic neutral mouth, basic open mouth, basic open mouth, sad open mouth, close. Connect. jollier and happy. Okay, you see that this inner mouth is. So for this, we want to create three-point key for this one. Link both that we can change this. Okay, that's correct. Okay, that's it. Suppose it's just stretch that. Holy, you see this? The skin. There we go. Ah, mouth now. Oh shit, the bottom lip is showing. If you set the mouth high things, right? I want you to select. That's everything. You're gonna move everything. There we go. Your mouth. That's your basic mouth. That's your basic. Okay. Now what will be doing next is doing physics. Basically, the pyramid. Actually, thinking of your head. Remember what I told you, right? Have your for the angle X. This is where it's gonna be. I want you to first on head and put them in a rotation. Click on this head. 8. Holding control. So hold it. Shift if you want to move it straight up. Holding control shift and click at the same time. We want to make oh, we also need our hair. The on so we gotta put the drag it on it and done. And that should be your angle Z. So click on your rotation deformer, go to angle Z, create 3-point keyform. Right goes right. Normally for the angle, you can see an expector, right? The angle, I normally do it at 10 because it feels the most. It's the most comfortable angle when doing it like tilting its head. It feels the most natural for me personally. You can change it yourself. It depends on you. There we go. 10. So it tilts its head. Boop, 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 and done. You've done the tilt of your head. What will be doing now next would be is mapping the head to the angle X. Okay. Click on your deformer. So for this one, before we move on, change the number of conversion divisions, right? 6 by 6 or 12 by 12 if you want quality, but I just suggest 6. Okay, basically any odd numbers because it will have this center point, right, where it's the most centermost part. We want our chin to be there on this point right here so that it will be messing with it would be much. Okay, now going back, we want to click on the deformer for this 3-point key, right? Left goes left. We gotta to the left. This one right. I mean left. Look left, right. More. The middle. I want you to go back to your things. For the face. I want you to also create 3 keyframes. You know why I did this? So that you can save a lot of troubles, of doing mapping the head. Personally, depends for people, but normally they don't do this step. They just do it manually, every part manually, so that it can look as correct as they can in the perspective. But here's the thing: you can do this thing, and also change the deformer under it so that it will look more 3D-esque, basically. So when it looks left, also drag that to the left. Right, goes right. Look left, right. Look left, right. Okay. Right. You gotta do your hair. Okay, for this one, I would suggest you to, how should I say this? To have the different parts of your hair to have different types of deformers. For the bangs, it's going to have its own deformer. Thanks. Next would be the antenna. Okay, your bangs, your side hair. Okay, this thing right here. How should I say this? The big hair, big hair, big hair. Okay, and these things right here called the extra hair. Okay, and done. Because it's going to appear like left. I want you to go to your side hair first. This one, the side hair. There's 2 things right here. See? I want you to create a 3-point keyform and move it as correct as you can, right? Go to your bangs, create 3 keyforms for that too. Goes left, goes left too. The big hair also needs to get 3 keyforms. Left, it also goes left. Ooh, magic, right? Oops. Here, their other side. I'm sorry about that. The bangs too. Right, look left, look right, look left, look right. Go back to the middle. We're gonna do your antennas now. 3 keyforms. Left goes left. Right goes right. Okay. Go back. Oh, I forgot. The back hair should be under the big hair. It covers the big hair covers a lot of space. Same with the back hair. We gotta drag it in inside the drag hair. When you see it's like highlighting, like a yellow color, it means it's going inside of that deformer. Let's squish it a bit because it's actually showing out a bit. I forgot to see all that. Got it there. Okay. So you don't create the keyform for that. So when it looks left now, look right, left, right. The big hair is not conforming. So we're gonna a bit. Next would be your side hair. The, how should I say this? The extra hair. This one's right here. Create 3 keyforms. Right. So it looks left. Right. Look left. Look right. And done. Technically, this is the head mapping. I'm going to tell you, see, like when you're doing your hair, it's basically personal preference here. Now you can change the deformers to make it look like more 3DS for the face. You see, like you sure because the nose will be like going over here. What you're going to be messing with is the Bezier division. You see this green thing, right? That's what you're going to be messing with, like when you're doing things. You hold shift so that it will move like along the axis and things. When it looks good, it shrinks, right? Supposedly good. Or you can shrink it more, right? quality work, right? Yeah, those are some minor quality work. We're gonna do there. Left, look, right, left, look, left, right, and you're done. You're the one quality for now. That should work. Okay, what we'll be doing next is to have do the angle Y. So go back to your head, go to your angle Y, 3 keyforms, up, looking down. Okay, go back to your things, 3 keyforms, looking down, up. This is where the personal preference will come into play here. Extra hand, looking down, right. Your antennas, 3 keyforms, looking down, looking up, down, up, down, up. The big hair, looking down, down too, looking up, goes up. Okay, do your side hairs now. Your this one, keyforms, up, down, up, down, up. Never forget your extra hair. Okay, 3 keyforms, up, down, up, down. Okay, that you have done your the up down for all of these things, we want to the click select here, right? We're going to select everything that we have done the angle X and Y, and I want you to synthesize the corners that we can see work here. Here's the preference comment on your basic thing. Edit the have the that the proper looking left, like that's perspective work. Give it form. So I'm going to give it a little bit of the side hair. One should if you want to select the middle part of this, which is inaccessible due to this box, just red box, close it. So select them. Control. Two. Four. That's like be doing because you're create quality work, mess around with things that it looks like it's properly turning. This is up to you. This is your room for growth, basically. Up to you to change your time to shine. like the base. Here's a tidbit of information. I don't like my, and nobody just does. So for now, I want you to select both body and create the form angle Z. Okay, create 3 so that F body count balances 2. It's personal preference now. For me, I feel, tilting your head. Yep. Okay, what will be body? And your body. Body X will left box so that we can other side too. You know what I am doing? Why I'm doing in the head? Because pure live that I've been using is like it will affect also the body. That dark lines messing with, right? This is the conversion division, which would be messing with the things here. Body to look more. That's not. That's your excellent arms. Right hand, right arm. Going to create a deformer for them. Okay. Left arm. Okay. And then the arm. One. Okay. See body X and Y. You're going to connect them to your body X and Y. Okay. Arm with F. Goes, right, extend. Down. So, oops, body. Right. For the other one too, the left arm. It's personal preference, but outside. So, ooh, ooh. What will be the legs now for the ankle body X? Body X and Y. I'm going to create a 3 for this one. the also go down. Ooh. How should I angle Z for this one? Going to create another parameter that can do the body white. Okay. It's your body Y now. 3 keyforms. And it looks down. It looks down. You see this hinges right here? I'm gonna make it down. Not that much. Don't worry, we're going to counteract that later on. So we just want to make it go up. Down, up, down, up. That should be good. We're gonna open it again. We're going to access the arms, right arm. Create 3 keyforms. Looks down. And stretch out a bit. 3 keyforms again. Stretch out a bit. Up. It's up now. It should go in. Right arm should go in. So Control 4 so that we will synthesize the corners for this. Should like this. Ooh, ooh, fancy, fancy. Right, and that's your head. Okay, we'll save it and done. Technically, you're done with your everything now. And what we're going to be messing with now is the texture atlas. I want you to press Control T, right? Or press this button right here, and we're going to have texture atlas. Don't rename it, don't even bother to rename it because it's already pretty good as it is. I want you to have your width and height normally 4000 by 4000, but if one part of your object is bigger than 4000 by 4000, we're going to need bigger, like 8000 by 4000, but normally 4000 by 4000 is the size of your canvas, so nothing can go past 4000 by 4000. So I suggest you to change your default layout to do not place and automatically layout. Uncheck this. You know why? Because when it automatically lays out the things for you, it will have these things called it will change the scale, basically destroying the quality of what you have done so that it can fit on the canvas that you have made. So I always suggest this because it will save the quality of your work. So okay, and what I want you to do now is place it inside here. Right. Also, so a big tip: just start with like the big. Okay? But I really don't have time to teach you all of this, so I'm just going to teach you. Since my model is like 2000, it can fit here easily. So we want to use the automatic layout, right? We're going to list of intervals, all. We're gonna go back to automatic layout, right? Automatic layout. Oh wait, I forgot. Cancel. Yes. Can we cancel it? Texture atlas again. 4000 by 1000. I really don't have time to place it all. Wait, I do. You know what? I'll just do it. Double click, drag it inside. Here's a big tip: you wouldn't want to let it like be too too up close to one another that they overlap. It needs to have space of its own, even if it's like having space like one pixel. It should be fine. You move with the canvas using holding middle click button, right? Place the things that we have. This the big things first. You gotta place everything first on this canvas right here, so that we can start exporting it and use it for live2d, for PPR Live. I'm gonna use PRP Live for now because face tracking available. I have it inside here. Gonna place everything in this. Normally, I would associate people here, base people on their personality by looking at how they do their texture. Do it like haphazardly, like everything is all over the place. Like, it's out. But this one is like the canvas is extremely big, so I can do it like very spaced out. But normally, I try to cram everything in like a very small, so that I could save a lot of like memory when export sending it to my clients. But yeah, since we have the freedom of like space, done. Nearly done here. Oh, by the way, this might come up for other people that just using this tutorial to see it. But normally, when you have like a texture example, I'm gonna make this big, like hella fucking big. Oh no, it can't fit into this like, oh no, I don't have enough space for this. So what we're going to do is going to add texture. Because it's bigger than 4000 by 4000, we're going to change it to 8000 by 4000. We can rotate it so that it can fit into this thing, okay? And it should be good to go. But that's for like people that don't have like enough space. Control Z, Control Z. Don't leave there that much. Scale should be go back to 100. And there we go. And when you're finalized and see that everything is fine, by the way, it should not also not only should they not overlap, they should not also go over this. Because the things it won't record if it's outside the thing. So we gotta check everything. If everything's in the canvas, then click OK. This button right here, click OK. I always when I first started out, I did not see the OK button, so it always did not save the texture atlas for some odd reason. Problems. It was just you gotta press OK. Okay, wait for it to progress it. Now, you're technically done. This is your model. Oh right, I forgot. There should be the last and final thing, which would be breathing. Just breathing and create default value. Those one. That. So we gotta lift this up. Body. Now, I will not teach you body Z. Normally, you don't use it because the angle Z is angle already. But I normally just body Z to the angle Z so that the hand doesn't feel lonely when it feels off per se. Progress, you're technically done with it. We're going to export it. Right? Export for runtime. Top 3 file. Normally I would teach you the physics, but since I'm going to teach you it. Normally when you have the physics here, you're going to check this also. Okay. And it should give you the models ready for face tracking app. For now we gotta cancel it. Now I'm going to teach you the physics for this. Physics is extremely easy. Basically just swinging your right. I'm gonna open everything. Normally I would do more, but this is a simple physics. I'm going to ignore that for now. I could teach you the one, two. I'll go have the other 2 points. Go to your this big. Gonna create a U for this one. U because it's this. We want to access air physics. For the normally the physics it's basically what you did on your physics tab here. That's what would happen. I will on a later video. I'm going to explain you a bit of the kind of physics and things like that. But for now, for this video, the air physics. I want to do my front, which would be my bangs. Click go back to your bangs. Click 3 forms. When left goes left. The middle part, click left. Sway to the side. Left. Okay, that's done. Same for the antenna. Should be hair front. Left goes left. Right goes right. The other antenna too. Left goes left. 3 keyforms. Goes left. Right goes right. And should be good to go. Now we're going to do your side hair. This one, right? Going to 3 points. Left goes left. Right goes right. This one. Forms. Right goes right. This thing here. Left goes left. Right goes right. Zoom. Zoom. Boom, 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 boom. Done. This thing right here. This thing right here. We're going to do it on the back. Hair goes left. Zoom. Hair goes right. For the other one too. Left. Right. And should be done. Save it. Okay, now we're going to access the physics settings for this one. So look carefully. We're going to go to modeling, open physics, and blending scene. Right. Going to see like a preview of your model. Your model like preview. Basically, we're going to add the groups of physics. One group of physics here. So I want you to click add right here. Have your name here. Your input preset would be head input. For physics model preset, I normally don't do that because it's good but not as good as you want. Afterwards, we're going to add pendulum settings. 2, right? We're going to have output setting. Add. That's where we can add your hair front, and side and back. Hair should wiggle. Now, yay! It should be done. This is your model. After you've done everything, Control S. And done. We're going to export it now. Go to File, Export for Runtime, Export as Mach 3 file. Check the physics settings for this one, and OK. Good. And supposedly it should be good to go now. Now that is done, right? Close it. We're going to open our PRPR Live, our face tracking app for this video would be PRPR Live because that's the thing that I have access for now. We want to open that. I'll give it some time. Pause the video. Back, is it hard? Back, we're going to go to this is what will show up. Normally, that happened back then, but because of recent updates, they had notices. Very good. So, but we gotta close it for now. Normally, this would what would you would but when you're streaming. So for now, I want you to go to live2d, this one right here, and you will see load and unload. I want you to click load, right? Go to the document, practice like thing that done. We want to have the JSON or model3.json. Open it, right? Click on it. Basically, done. That's your model. Let me get myself a lamp so that the face tracking app can show properly. Now, if it's back, hold Alt, scroll wheel so that click and drag so that round and thing. Capture. Capture. Done. Normally when you do model, it's very much better if you were quality and doing them properly and things. But as we had done this model in less than an hour and 40 minutes of actual rigging time, this is the best that we can do. The best that I had taught you. This is like a full showcase. So I'm going to give this model to Google Docs, Google Drive, that I can give you the access to this file. I'm going to remove the expressions because I'm going to teach you that in a later video. But for now, this is like the end of the video, where now that you have done everything, you have finished the guided tutorial. I'm going to ask you, what do you think would you like to cover next time? The advanced technique. Basically, what I did or what I showed you is basic of like live2d. How my starter self started it. This is like my version 1.1 of my rigging stuff. The very first because it was started with very first. Basically, I started with rigging the start with the preparation, then I'll rig the eyes, eyebrows, mouth, head X, Y, and Z, body, and physics, and that's it. That's my first rigging. Eventually, it developed later on into more documented ways of doing things with more quality. Currently, now it's on 1.4, which is up. 1.2 is optimized for half bodies. 1.3 is optimized for full bodies, and 1.4 is going to be optimized for animation. So I have 4 different rigging styles that I can change, in retrospectively have files. So everyone, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you liked it. Drop a subscribe because I want this channel to grow like a little bit more bigger. I don't really, like, I really want to stream one day on YouTube, and starting this really helps. So yeah, that's like a very short, as much as I can, a completed full workflow of how I do it. Now I want to say goodbye to everybody. Take care, y'all, and have a good one.